Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. That guy right there is Tim, and this is Second Legacy, and thank you for stopping by. Today, we have an update for you on the Obama judge who made it a right for all migrants who were not citizens to have gun rights. Now we have a development because the Biden administration is caught between another rock and a hard place. This is Backfire City, and I can't wait to walk you guys through this one. Oh, it's going to be delicious. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on because this is the Gun Channel, where we take the goings on, we bring it in, we assemble it with some commentary, some analysis, put a nice layer of icing of comedy and sarcasm, and send it back out for consumption with everyone that you love. And with that said, Tim, update, migrants, guns, Obama judge, Biden. What could go wrong with this show?
So we talked about this when it happened, right? And
I'm
convinced this Obama appointee was basically making a political statement. Like, aha,
100%.
You gun nuts. What do you think about this? Illegals can have guns. And they thought that, oh my gosh, I see this on X, right? People will post pictures of a black family holding guns. They'll say, show this to the gun owners. And I bet you they'll want gun bans immediately, right?
Gun owners.
Right. And we're all like,
yeah,
it looks like a nice family. But see, these are the racists.
Looks like they got class.
Right? But they're the racists, right? And they out themselves. Well, so anyway, I'm not saying this was a racist action. I'm just saying this was a very political action, totally right? This was a complete political action. This was a calculated move by this judge to try to throw off the pro-gun groups. And all she succeeded in doing was apparently upsetting the Biden administration.
Yep, made them big mad. Big mad. Well, here's the title of this article, and this says everything. Migrants' gun rights at issue in appeal. U.S. urges reversal of cases dismissal. So the Biden administration and the DOJ is having to urge a reversal of an Obama judge who gave gun rights to all migrants who are not citizens in the United States in order to thread the needle. And this is the beautiful part. They're trying to thread the needle between, hey, supporters, we aren't about guns for everybody because that's bad, but then on the other side, but also all migrants are humans and they should have rights for voting too. I mean, it's literally like thread that needle, guys, because this is getting really uncomfortable.
This is where the gun grabbers really get themselves into a mess, right? And it happens over and over again because
all the time,
like you said, they have to thread the needle. They have to walk both sides of the argument, and when you catch them doing it, it's pretty funny because it so really makes them look stupid. But I just wish people didn't have such sort of attention spans when these conversations come up, because we'll laugh about it and tomorrow people completely forget about it. But anyway.
That's okay, but that's why we exist, because we can bring these things up and we can weave together a beautiful tapestry of freedom and distribute it like a quilt to keep you warm at night under your freedom blanket.
This is getting creepy. Let's go.
Did you like that?
Yes.
I thought that was actually really good. Okay. Well, let's walk through this. This is 13. The federal government is appealing a judge's ruling that found the Constitution allows some immigrants without documentation, the flowery language, to possess guns, plowing new ground in the quickly evolving debate over Second Amendment rights. God almighty, the leftist tripe in this. The Justice Department filed its notice of appeal Thursday with Judge Sharon Johnson Coleman, whose ruling last month dismissed charges against an undocumented immigrant who'd been prosecuted for gun possession after he started blasting away at cars driving by him in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood. How many things are wrong in that paragraph? God. Just go. Just like whichever one you want first.
They dismissed charges of him shooting at cars because he has a right to own a gun. Okay.
In Chicago, a gun control state.
Right.
Or city.
Well, I know. And that's why violent crime in places like Chicago is up 100%. It's because of things like this, just turning criminals loose. But I wonder, when they write these articles, do you think that they're trying to be politically correct, or do you think they have a word count? Their author goes, or I'm sorry, they're
no, politically
correct.
Oh,
you think it's politically correct?
Okay, so absolutely. So, without documentation to possess guns.
It's a whole sentence.
Undocumented immigrant.
Yeah, immigrants without documentation. How about just saying illegal?
Right. I can save you some time.
Yeah, and but it would screw up their word count if their editor said you need to make this an 1,100 word essay, and they go, okay, well, how can I stretch out? Okay, anyway, I was just wondering. Anyway, moving on.
No, that's a good point. You're having flashbacks to your prior education. How do I make this 3.25 page report into a full page?
Right. Yeah, no contractions. Right? No contractions. And I just got to drag out descriptions instead of just saying illegals.
Absolutely.
I got to say undocumented migrants from another country that came here uninvited, but they're welcome. Come on in.
Exactly.
Right?
I love that, dude. You just took me down memory lane. Thank you for that. That was amazing.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. Anyway.
Memory lane. It's okay. But yeah, so the thing that I love the most about this entire scenario, and we touched on it in our prior video on this, because this is totally an update, because this is ridiculous. This was, and you said it so well, it was kind of like a gotcha to gun owners, kind of poking at him a little bit from this judge, who's an Obama-appointed judge, who is not a fan of gun rights.
Right.
She puts out this thing and this ruling, and she goes, well, look at it this way. I can only imagine this is how it works in the head. Well, look at it this way. If I go after the Bruen decision and I say, it's the worst decision ever, I'm going to get smacked around and nothing will happen. But if I do an unconstitutional ruling and grant rights to people who are not citizens, and then I give them gun rights and dismiss cases where it's clearly obvious that they were doing things that were bad, then the gun right defenders will come running to the banner to support gun rights for everyone because they're crazy. And then we will have them.
Yeah.
And I will have the gun controllers on a hook, and I will be able to make the Bruen decision look stupid, and I will be hailed as the all-conquering hero. Or the gun rights activists, all of us were like, yeah, nah, that's a hook.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
I know mental illness when I see it. It's right. The whole idea that somehow by this ruling, she's going to get people on the pro-gun side to suddenly become anti-gunners is the comedic part of this, right? Because talk about being so utterly naive but this is kind of the leftist mindset. They don't live in reality. They just don't.
Nope.
They don't understand reality. Their reality, how do they say it? Their truth is their reality. And right? Yeah. So it's like, I'm a purple dinosaur. That's my truth. And that's my reality. I mean,
it's true. That's a good point.
That's where they live in the gray matter up here, if they have any gray matter. And so that's where you get actions like this from, right? It literally makes no sense.
So painful.
And all she succeeded to do is she upset a group in the gun rights discussion for sure. And it was her boss.
Exactly. It was the president in an election year.
Yeah.
And now they have to go back and fix this and go, well, we do want migrants to have rights because voting would be handy, but we don't want guns everywhere. So we're going to appeal it on that ground. But at the same time say, ooh, but the rights and the voting, it is so comical. They think we're idiots and we're really not.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love that.
Now it is
love that. Let's hear
Daft Dingbat from New Mexico to chime in. I'm over here.
It's true. No one cares anymore, Grisham.
I do stupid stuff too. Yeah.
Here's what happened with Grisham. Here comes the sunshine, the star. Yeah. It goes up like this, and then it goes and shove her in the closet real fast.
Here's your 15 minutes.
It's like, holy crap. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. The gun rights activists are destroying you and us and by proxy.
Here comes Judge Coleman. I got this.
Oh, man. I got this. You step aside.
hold my beer. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, my beer. I've got a foolproof plan. We're gonna get that stupid Roadrunner this time.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, that's totally true. Well, do you want to hear what Prathipan Guleshkakaram said?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
I nailed that name, by the way. I nailed that name. I'm really proud of myself.
That's a lot of syllables.
So,
anyway.
They are. They are a law professor at the University of Colorado Boulder, not Boulder.
You nailed the last name, but you can't say Colorado.
I can't say Colorado or Bounder. It's shut up. Said it wasn't surprising that the feds appealed. No
you
kidding.
Think? Yeah.
It can be a highly impactful ruling, and I'm sure the government has a significant interest in wanting to get a ruling that maintains the integrity of the federal firearms regulation system, he told the Washington Times.
So the Second Amendment does not say that it only applies to U.S. citizens, right? So what is the integrity of the federal firearms regulation system?
Well, that's the FFL system. That's the background checks. That's Safer Communities Act. That's all. That's what they want. They want to basically say we can't threaten the system because the system is what gives us power, which then gives us votes because we're upholding the system and enhancing the system.
It's broken.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So the system's absolutely broken, but the point is it's a system, Tim. So we love a good system.
Yeah.
Because the government's got it. What could go wrong?
Right. Submit that man to a background check.
Yeah. Exactly right. Nothing's ever gone wrong before. Well, let's just one more thing. This is number 17. I'm going to skip 16 because I don't need it anymore. Those judges have focused less on the Second Amendment and more on the immigrants who are in the U.S. illegally, finding that they are outside the definition of the people that the amendment grants the right to bear arms. They are outside the people. That's the whole point. Anyway, this is what GOA said, and I'm so proud of GOA for identifying what this was and immediately just dismissing it, because this is important that they see these things and they act quickly, and they did it really right this time. Illegal aliens, this is from Aidan Johnson, Director of Federal Affairs for GOA. Illegal aliens, people who are unlawfully present in the United States, are not part of the people, he said. He said Judge Coleman was an anti-gun and was willingly misinterpreting the Supreme Court's cases to try to upend the Second Amendment.
100% right.
And that's exactly what she was doing.
That is exactly her goal in all of this. And I love this. Illegal aliens, people who are unlawfully president of the United States. Freudian slip! Freudian slip!
They just can't spell. Like prior, like going back to your editor thing, president, it's more word count than president.
What's funny is you read it correctly, but it does say president.
Oh yeah, because I did read it correctly because I can do that on the fly, except when Colorado Bunder comes up, then I mess up apparently. But Boulder.
Oh yes. So it looks like the old activist judge is the only person she motivated was Biden and his administration to come down on her like a hammer. It's like, I don't think that's going to play out well for her. She probably got the phone call. She got the Juan Gresham phone call. What are you doing? This is an election year.
From now on,
yeah,
that's what we're going to call it from now on. When a gun controller goes too far, the call in the background is the Lawan Grisham. That's what we're going to call it.
They got the Grissom.
Oh, did you give her the Lawan? Yeah, we gave her the Lawan. Oh man. That's the worst.
It's like the shocker. All right. Anyway, moving right along. Folks, thank you for watching Second Legacy. And we'll be back with more off-color jokes and sarcasm in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.